What's up, guys? How many matches do you think it usually takes to reach Mythical Glory as a solo player? I'll show my last 3 games before I reached Mythical Glory, and later I'll show you how many matches it took. I know it could have been lower if I had a duo, trio, or even a 5-man team. But as a solo player who played right after the season reset, it's probably decent. So this is my first game, and I'm using Masha in the EXP lane. And nothing was easy in my games because all my teammates and enemies were good, so maybe I was the one who couldn't keep up. It happens sometimes, especially when I'm using a non-meta hero like Masha. Everyone is so good that even if you're ahead in gold, it's not safe and it doesn't guarantee a win. One mistake is a team, and the enemies can take advantage of it and turn the game around. No matter how many good plays you made, it only takes one mistake to lose the lead. And if you make 2, you might end up losing the whole game. Even in this game where we had a bit of a gold lead, I just failed to burst down Hayabusa quickly, and we already lost the team fight and the enemy took the lead. Then right after that, I ran into Arlott. I was able to kill him, and I think it would have been fine even if I died too. But my teammates also went in and they all got wiped out. Good thing we managed to respawn in time and defend the base. But I still ended up dying right after, though luckily I was able to take down Jawhead. Harith almost died too, but my teammates couldn't finish him off. But here, Harith didn't see me, and I was able to burst him down right away without needing Petrify since he didn't have Vengeance anymore. I still got a Maniac there, basically an unofficial savage. We wiped out the enemies and tried to push to see how far we could go. We could have ended the game right there if our marksman didn't recall, but yeah, we only managed to reach the inhibitor turret. After that, we burst down the Lord. If all enemies are dead and the respawn timer is still long, there's no need to recall back to base, especially if you have life steal. So here my Petrify was on cooldown, and I needed it to burst down Hayabusa. Good thing he used his ultimate, and right after it ended, my Petrify came off cooldown. After that, we won the game. I was already at 48 stars after this match, and I still can't believe someone stupid actually thought I was faking my rank. Anyways, this is my second game, and it came right after the first one. Someone said I was playing in a legend lobby, when you can clearly see that each team has 5 bans and the border is for Mythic. How dumb can you be? So I was laning against Lapu, and if I'm being honest, he's a really tough matchup because he has both sustain and damage, something I always say is Masha's weakness in the early to mid game. I tried to kill Lunox here, and she would have died if she didn't get a shield from the turtle, which allowed her to flicker away. In the end, both of us died. And it happened again after that. Lapu kept getting the kills, which gave him an early lead over me. But here, the situation flipped. This time I killed Lapu and Lunox was the one who took me down. It's really hard when I'm the one constantly getting ganked in lane, while my opponent never gets ganked. It happens every time. Especially when there's a trio or duo on the team, they'll naturally rotate to help each other. That's one of the things you really have to overcome when you're playing solo. The enemy had the lead during the early to mid game, but this play I made right here was what gave us the lead. That was an almost perfect play if I didn't die there. But yeah, it's still fine since we evened the game. Still, it's not safe yet. If we're not careful, the enemy can definitely turn things around in a team fight. Then here, my teammates wanted to make me the sacrificial lamb. They wanted Kaija to use his ult on me, basically making me the bait. But I thought of a better plan. Why not just burst Kaija down instead and eliminate the threat right away?
Ult is ready.
Then here comes the superhero Moskov to clean up the mess. I always call players like that superheroes, the ones who show up at the end when the enemies have no skills left. So yeah, we won this game and Moskov got the MVP. But we know who the real MVP is. It's you. So subscribe if you haven't yet. Anyway, I just want to ask you guys, because I know some of you watching might have already stopped playing Mobile Legends. I'm just not sure how many. So comment down below if you're one of those people who's still watching me even if you're no longer playing Mobile Legends. 4 enemies ganged up on me here and used all their skills on me, but that was useless because I just recalled back to base. By the way, the one I was laning against was actually a top global Ruby, and I didn't even know during the game since you can only see the enemy's badge after the match results. I'm not even a top global Masha, but you can clearly see that Masha can go head-to-head with Ruby. Some people might say that the enemy laner just didn't know how to play, that's why they lost. Those kinds of comments are funny. They act like they're the ones who used those heroes and could have done better against me.
Ult is not ready.
This Cho was really funny. First, he got Ruby into trouble. Then right after that, he dove into the turret and ended up dying himself. As you can see, the mage and roamer only had their eyes on the gold lane. Of course they'll get ahead, especially when the enemy's rotation is focused on the EXP lane. Good thing they were skilled enough to maximize that advantage. Then here, I trusted them to take the Lord because Moskov was split pushing in the top lane, and we all know he can back up instantly to the Lord fight if he wants to because of his ultimate. So I waited for him in the top lane and managed to kill him. But unfortunately, my teammates got wiped out and the enemy still secured the Lord. This part was funny. Moskov was so eager to split push, but since a lot of players do that, it's easy to outsmart him. Especially if the hero you're using can easily burst him down. I thought the enemies were going to chase me, so I ran, but turns out they didn't, so I just went back in. It was perfect timing because I was able to catch Lilia's ultimate. After that, I recalled to defend since my teammates could handle the remaining 2 enemies. Alice was at the top lane and 2 of their teammates were already dead. I let the Lord get closer to the turret to trigger the holy defense, just enough so we could kill it quickly and prevent the mega minions from increasing. Some players might avoid triggering holy defense, but in that case, I think it was the better option. It's really hard to kill the marksman when their teammates are fully protecting them. But when I'm the one using a marksman, my teammates couldn't care less. Most of the time, they even rotate to the EXP lane, even if there are a lot of enemies in the gold lane. Perks of being a solo player. So yeah, we won this game. Big thanks to my teammates because they basically carried me. And after that match, I finally reached Mythical glory. I'll show you how many matches it took and my win rate. This was all solo queue, starting from Epic 2, and I started playing right after the season reset.